What's going on, YouTube? Next mic up back again with Week 6 predictions. Just to cover Week 5 real quick, I did win 5-4 in a pretty close battle.
Protest.
What did he say?
It came down to the wide receiver, and let's just say DK Metcalf came in clutch. That's all I'm going to say. But so going into Week 6, I'm up 3-2. And, you know, it's an interesting series now. So actually, him getting involved is pretty interesting, I would say.
Yep.
Makes for good content, you know?
Don't call it a comeback.
So we'll start off with this week with his lock of the week, which is pretty surprising here. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into what's your lock of the week. So who do you have as your lock?
The New York Football Giants.
Who?
Beating the Washington Football Team.
There you go. There you go. Okay. At least you didn't mess it up.
We're getting 2.5. Are we giving 2.5?
They're favored by 2.5.
Washington's getting 2.5.
I think they're
points.
home. Yeah, the Giants are home.
Giants are home. You know what? The Giants are due. They played a pretty good game against the Cowboys, and they
should've
broke
won.
Dak Prescott. So I'm going to give the Giants the win this
R.I.P.
week.
Dak. That was bad. Yeah, Giants definitely need to win this week. 2.5-point favorites? I mean, Washington doesn't even know who they're playing quarterback week to week. So if the Giants don't win this game, they should go to the XFL. Okay, so with my lock, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm pretty sure I took them last week too, or 2 weeks ago, and we had a feud about the coverage or something like that with the points because, you know, he's always trying to find a way to win. So, but
Yes.
the Ravens are favored by 9.5 against Philly, who almost covered for me last week on my upset. Just barely blew that game against Pittsburgh. They played a tight game against Pittsburgh, but I think Baltimore's a more well-rounded, all-around team than Pittsburgh is. I think Baltimore's going to kind of put a lot more points on that. Even though Pittsburgh scored a lot last week, I just think Baltimore, they just manhandled Cincinnati. 9.5, I think, is pretty doable against the Philadelphia Eagles because I still don't even know who's playing wide receiver for them. A kid from Wawa? I don't know.
No, they cut him.
Oh, I don't know who's playing for the Eagles at wide receiver. Can you name anybody?
Eagles are terrible.
It's not. They need to get
They're
Carson
garbage.
Wentz some help, man. But Ravens by 9.5. That's my lock. And with your push of the week, again, last week you picked the Colts over the Browns in a push that was basically no spread. And this week, 1-point spread, and you're taking Chicago.
Yeah. Is it 1 point?
It's 1 point that Carolina's favored by.
I like the Bears. You know, Nick the, you know.
Whoa.
I just think the Bears are a better team. Carolina's good, but they're not that good.
I think Carolina's destined for like 8-8.
I think Foles is going to roll this weekend. They're going to get a W, and the Bears are going to be 5-1. What?
I don't think anyone would expect that. The Bears would be one of those teams that were like 10-6 or 11-5 and really should be like 6-10, 5-11.
Yeah, but
they just had the right things go for them.
I just think they're going to get the W this week. That's my prediction.
Okay. It's an even pick, so.
Yep.
And with my lock of the week, I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's why I'm wearing, you know, black and gold right now. A little Pittsburgh Steelers. My boy David's going to the game with his family, so you know what? I'm gonna hope he wins. He's a Steeler fan. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt for him. I'm gonna try to give the Steelers a win, predict them. Maybe I jinx them. I'm sorry if I do, but 3.5 points. Both teams are very hot right now.
Can't go against the Browns. Every time I pick the Browns, they lose. Every time I don't pick them, they win.
The Browns might have like a top 5 offense in the NFL right now. So Steelers, tough team at home though.
Yeah.
Really tough team at home. They just put on a clinic against Philly last week, and Cleveland also has a lot of injuries.
Didn't
on
they
the
just win
defensive
like
side.
3 in a row too?
Who?
Cleveland.
Yeah, I think they won 4. Did they start 0-1? Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
think
won
they
4.
did.
They lost to Baltimore week 1, so they won 4 in a row. So it's a tough matchup. I mean, who's the king of the AFC North besides the Ravens right now?
Yeah.
We'll see. Now, before you talk about this lock pick, let me just mention this. You said that you were going to pick every team that played against the Jets the rest of the season. Goes against any team that is playing the Jets, and we'll go with that team and pick that team. So
Every week now, buddy.
this was basically what you said. And now tell them what you're doing here.
Jets. Jets. They're due.
So you're doubling down on your thing of saying that you're always going to go against the Jets to take the Jets against Adam Gase's former team that's doing better without him?
9.5 points.
9.5 is, I mean,
9.5
9
points.
points. 9, it's 9.
9 points. Come on, Miami can't score. Fitzmagic had a great week last week. He was my lock last week, and they won. But you know what? Fitzmagic can't do it 2 weeks in a row. Jets know how he plays. Jets 1-5 after this week. Lock. Upset.
Hey, Jets fans, he's finally giving you one.
Jets and Giants this week.
I mean,
Homer time.
I'm pretty sure the Jets fans just want to lose so Adam Gase gets fired, but
He's going to get fired anyway.
eventually. Okay, now with my upset, I'm going a little outside the box, a little unorthodox, because there was a couple teams I could have went with, but I decided to go with the Bengals. They just got walloped last week by the Ravens, and I think that that's not going to be a performance that happens again. Even though I think the Colts' defense is right around where Baltimore's defense is, I think the Bengals are going to be able to put some points on the board and get more production this week out of their offense, because last week, let's just flat out say it. It was an embarrassment. Losing to the Ravens, what was it, 27-3? I think 7.5 is a pretty tight spread. Indianapolis has had times where their offenses look good, but it's also really, it's stalled out. And I think if Cincinnati can keep the game close, that's all I need to do for a win. So this is a tough one.
Can I comment on this?
What?
You made fun of my Jets pick, but you picked the Bengals.
At least the Bengals have a win.
The Bengals?
The Bengals have a win. What do the Jets have?
The Bengals over the Colts at home?
The Bengals have a win.
At home?
What does it mean? No one's there.
I know. COVID.
Okay, so what's your quarterback prediction again?
It's time to go a little crazy here. Kirk Cousins, Minnesota. Atlanta's defense is so bad.
Kirk Cousins has completed, 7 passes to the other team so far this year. So,
So he's obviously going to throw for a lot of yards this week.
And they're without, apparently, I'm pretty sure Dalvin Cook's supposed to be out this week. So without their running back.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, he's going to have to throw the ball then. You got to do your scouting reports. I can't just give you the analysis.
You know what? Kirk is due. Atlanta's so bad. There's just, I got to go with Kirk Cousins this week. You know what? He's due.
You really hope you get you like that, Kirk Cousins?
You like that? You like that?
Is that what you're hoping for? You like that?
Let's go, Minnesota.
All right. Now for my quarterback of the week. I don't even remember the last time he played, like 3 years ago, it feels like now. He missed a week because of COVID. Then his game got pushed back, and then they had a bot. I don't know what's going on with New England, okay? But I'm going with Cam Newton here against a very beat-up Denver Broncos team. And come on, how do you go against Cam Newton? He was looking great before, obviously, he got COVID, and then the whole thing, the NFL had to situate everything. So I'm going to go with Cam. I think he's going to have a big week. I think his weapons are only going to get better as he plays with them. And come on, I'm going against Kirk Cousins.
Facts.
So, come on, Cam, baby. Okay, so who's your wide receiver of the week?
OBJ.
OBJ, I'm him.
Odell Beckham. It's homer time once again. Ex-Giant's going to come up huge this week against the Steelers. 300 yards receiving. Hey, you know what? You mocked me last week. You mocked me. And
last week you took Big Ben and you lost.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember. Oh, you took some.
I took some upsets last week.
No.
I think Odell Beckham's going to have a big week. Yeah.
I could see it. I just think, if Baker Mayfield has the time, the Browns' O-line's been really good. So I think if he can actually look to Odell, because I think he's going to be the mismatch that they really need to use. So let's see if Odell's the answer here.
We're staying Giants this week. Let's just say
Giants this week. And with my wide receiver of the week, I'm going with Giants Darius Slayton, even though for some reason he's questionable. I didn't even realize. I'm pretty sure he's going to play. But no default win there. Slayton looked great last week. He made some great catches against Dallas, and I think Washington has just as weak a secondary as Dallas does.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of their pass rush. That's why I'm really afraid for Daniel Jones. I'd cut Daniel Jones of fantasy because I had to start a quarterback this week. I went with Gardner Minshew instead. I couldn't do it. I could not trust Daniel Jones. Even without Chase Young, that Washington front seven is pretty scary. Their secondary, if Daniel Jones can find a way to get the ball to Darius Slayton, it could be a very big week, and damn, do the Giants need a win.
Can I put a little commentary here?
Yeah.
See, the problem is we're both Giants fans here, right?
I'm a home run.
Right. So I took the Giants, the Jets. I took Odell Beckham. He took Slayton. You know what? We're just hoping for something to happen in New York.
Guys. It's
we
so
need
tough.
W.
We need a W. We really do.
Some kind of win.
We really do. Hopefully the Giants and the Jets have one win, but if one New York team gets a win this week, I'd be happy. You know what?
As long as it's the Giants.
Shh. Don't. Come on, gave Jets fans hope. You can't take it away from them now.
ATS.
But let us know what you think about our Week 6 picks. This week I think, we went a little bit more unorthodox here, a little more homerish, but it is what it is. Not every week's going to be perfect, so hope you guys do enjoy. We'll catch you guys in Week 7, and yeah, peace out.